Hello, Dustin. I just got done watching. It's the first time I've ever seen a video response from someone else. I really appreciate it. Wow. I just finished watching your video. I'm really happy that we can correspond this way. It's the new next generation. It's the new way. It's the new way things. The world's a changing place, ain't it? It's great. So let me. Oh, we got a band, huh? Well, I'd love to if you send me the links. If you have any online stuff, I'd love to hear your music. And I encourage you in your dream with your band. That sounds great. On to your questions. The first one: have I ever been stung by the great suzumebachi? Oh, by the way, there are two types. There's the suzumebachi and then the suzumebachi. The suzumebachi, there are several species, subspecies. You know, the yellow suzumebachi, the yellow hornet, the Japanese, the yellow hornet, the Asian giant hornet. And then the suzumebachi is the Japanese giant hornet, a subspecies native to this island only. And that's the big giant orange and black one. And the O denotes size. You can say O basically means like if we're going to have big cleaning day, it's soji. Big cleaning day would be O soji, big cleaning. So suzumebachi is giant hornet. O suzumebachi is the big giant hornet, the real big one. So just so you know, it's got a lot of distinction. I don't typically make those distinctions in my videos, but I really should start doing so. A lot of the clips that are coming out this year from this summer's hikes are the yellow hornet, and I haven't really made that clear, which is actually smaller than the O suzumebachi, but more dangerous due to it's more aggressive than the larger one. Anywho, let me get on to your question. Have I ever been stung? No, I haven't. I have been chased several times by the hornets. People around me have. My father-in-law's been stung. My brother-in-law's been stung. Farmers, many of the farmers that I've spoken with in the mountains have been stung. In most cases, they typically don't do anything about it. They just go on their merry way and they survive. Though it doesn't mean that they're not dangerous. They indeed are. Like you said, more people die of hornet stings than any other reason. Usually that's from shock, from allergic reaction. So it's about 40 to 70 people a year by hornets, about 10 people a year by poison venomous snakes, about 5 to 10 by venomous snakes, and 5 to 10 by snakes, and then 10 a year by bear. And probably most of the bear are up in Hokkaido, where the big bears are. Although down here, the moon bear, the Asiatic brown bear is also Asiatic black bear is also dangerous. So there could be both islands. But anywho, I don't think there's too many on sharks. I don't think there's any actually. I don't know, but there are indeed sharks here though. People just tend to stay to more of the public swimming areas with the cordoned off stuff. It just speaks to the way of life of the Japanese. They're different, they're different. When they tend to do things, well, it's another subject, but they tend to do things within the limits, within the bounds of the scope of what is normal. That comes to the second question then. So I hope I've answered the first one. I haven't been stung, but I do take a lot of risk, and I may one day get stung. I'm expecting. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not expecting it, but I wouldn't be surprised. But on to the second question. If I'm talking quick, it's because I'm going to be at the school soon, and I'll have to shut the camera off. As to the second question, what about Japan and getting by here? I think that if I'm summarizing it right, I've been here 10 years, and basically the trick is when you come to Japan, if you're a foreigner like me and you're not very good at picking up languages, like I'm not very good at it. I get by, but that's about it. Then you basically, even if you are good at language, you have to basically accept that you will be a foreigner. Your place, as I've said in videos past, your place and your role in this society is to be an outsider, and you will, just like anybody, every person in Japan has their function and their role. True in society in general of all cultures, but in many cultures, like the United States culture, for example, in the United States, those roles are malleable and flexible, and the roles themselves can be redefined. I mean, the person may a charismatic individual may create a new role, a new category all themselves. But here in Japan, typically the lane lines were like my dad used to say with parking lots. You draw the lane lines. Here's where the thing is. Those lane lines are permanent. And my dad used to talk about whitewashing the whole parking lot and redrawing things all over again. He used to talk about that with regards to computer hard drives. But here in Japan, everything's been laid down generation after generation long ago. The norms, the patterns, the way of life, even the stereotypes are all laid in there. And basically, there's no other way. You fit in, or you don't belong here. And the way that Japanese, if you don't fit in Japan, you basically are ostracized. You are basically, as they have a phrase that basically means you're put to the window seat in the office. Basically, you're not an insider anymore. You're given a seat by the window because you're kind of being pushed out of the group. And so, if as a foreigner, your job is to be a foreigner. Your job is to be different. Your job is to be exceptional beyond the standards of what Japanese call normal. Exceptional not in terms of great, but exceptional in terms of different. So it's okay to get by being yourself. A lot of people say that that's playing the gaijin card, and that's a bad thing. There goes the bullet train. And in some ways it is. If you use that to take advantage of people, that is the case. But in many cases, it's also something that it works well because it gives more of an international feel to the community here in a way. So you can try to fit in, and you will have limited success. But if you can't or you don't want to, that's okay too, because there's room for both types. Well, I think I better stop now because I'm almost at the school. Kids are going to be here. Can't be having them on the camera. Take care, friend. It was really nice talking to you. I look forward to your next message. Say hi to the kids. Hi, kids. Bye-bye.